Hello there. I know you can't see me at this moment, and I'll stick my big old fat head in there, but I'm Joseph, coming back with some more of my paintings. This is an acrylic on masonite. Hear that? That's hard masonite. It's not canvas, and what I paint on masonite sometimes because I like masonite because it'll last forever. Once you put a painting on this, it's just temperature change. Things don't have affected much. Canvas over a period of time, with time, will break down. So that's why museums are constantly restoring and backing their canvases over time because it slowly deteriorates. But anyway, the name of this painting is the Sorceress. And I painted this back in 1982. And by the way, here I am, close by. So I'll explain it a little bit to you. It's she has some kind of control over this dragon. There's a second dragon up here coming in. They are her guardians and pets, or whatever you want to call them. They do her bidding, and she's out directing them. She's standing on top of a high, a rocky top on top of a mountainous rock. Anyway, that its tail is wrapped around the painting, and wrapped around her, kind of. And the moon is full. It's cloudy, and the background, the bottom, has kind of little fires, little specks of light and fires, and some skeletons of structures off in the background, which could have been like a city or habitations. And there's this little vague skyline. And up here is this castle, sitting on the very top of this really high peak. It's surrounded by clouds, and it's got a little light in one of the castle windows. So there's this castle there, and this lower town below. So you could construe, and there's little buildings over here too. So you could construe that the dragons have been busy doing her bidding, because she's a sorceress, and maybe something's been going on that she doesn't like. Paintings tell stories, and the story could be, this image here could go in so many different directions. You could imagine so many different things why this is occurring.
Name me some.
What was that?
Can you tell me some?
A story?
Some of the stories?
Well, she's definitely up here in the story that you would see here. She's by the shape of her way her fingers are pointing, and this hand is kind of pointing direction. This hand here is almost like adding power to the direction. She's generating this energy that these dragons are picking up because they're mentally, vibrationally in tune, and these dragons are doing her bidding. And so I have no idea if she's connected to this castle or not. It could be, or this could be the hierarchy of the people down below, but the castle seems to be on a higher level, and it's not burning. It's got a light in the window. And down here, though, there's all these little multiple fires going on. So what would tell you is that she is, well, it could be that she's directing these dragons to wreak havoc on the citizens of this environment. And of course the hierarchy is up here in their little castle, kind of away from it all. It could be that well, it could be that she's connected to the castle.
And just burned the village.
And just are burning the village because these are people aren't doing what they want to do. Maybe they didn't pay their taxes, or you know how they'll come after you if you don't pay your taxes. Well, somebody's going to come after you, and of course, in those days they just burn you out. You know. Nowadays, at least they send the sheriff's department and all the big goons to execute you from the premises. But in this days and age, they just burn you out. They say, heck with you, we're not going to bother with all this stuff. We're just going to burn them out. I guess you could call it pest control. So, and of course, she's got this jewelry on and a bracelet around her, our bracelet around her arm. She's got a little green ribbon, and the green ribbon is kind of an occulty type. All this is kind of occulty type of little things. She got rings on her fingers. She got a ring on her pointing finger that's got a red stone in it. You can.
Rings of power.
She's got 2 or 3 rings on her fingers there, and 2 or 3 rings. Her fingers are very slim and sharp. Long, sharp nails on each one of her fingers. Down on her thigh, she's got this another ribbon, which is a red ribbon wrapped around her thigh. This all has symbolism. These ribbons all have symbolism. I won't go into the symbolism. I mean, that is a whole other story. And then down here, she's got a anklet bracelet. She's got rings on her toes. This ankle bracelet has bells on it. You can hear her when she's coming. You can hear the tinkle, and you know that she's somewhere around. She's got earrings in her ears. She's a redhead because I have a fondness for redheads. So that's just my own preference thing. The model was somebody I know. It wasn't a figment out of my imagination. And of course, like I said, this is 1982. So that's, this young woman now is an old lady. Just like I'm an old man. But anyway, so this painting is about power. And she's distributing the power at her bidding, and these are the ones who are carrying out that power. So you could say that in some ways she's the new world order. She's spelling it out, telling this is the way it is, this is the way it's going to be. And I don't think there's much more to tell about it.
What kind of a frame is around it?
This is a frame that I made. I used to make my own frames, of course, and this frame is not in good condition. This frame is pretty beat up. I've even got some resins and stuff on it from some work that I was doing one time, being careless, and I just let it drip off the stairs, and it ended up there. But anyway, this is a wooden frame. It doesn't look bad, especially on the thing. And anyway, I'm going to close for now. And you guys have a good one, and you stay. Please subscribe to our video channel, and a little red button right underneath. You have a good day. Bye bye.